report. That is incapable of belief, sir.
I would refer you to the CBSI then.
Sorry?
I would refer you to the CBSI and I'll make the request for it.
That is mind-boggling, sir. That truly is.
Everyone has an opinion about Canadian federal politics.
Oh, yeah.
MP Larry Brock grills a hostile witness during committee investigations. Check this out.
Mr. Brock for 5 minutes, then we'll have Mr. Jawari. Go ahead, Mr. Brock.
Thank you, Chair. Going back to text messages, Mr. Dewan, from October of 2022, I'm rather good at running my mouth. My issue is what I want to say versus what I can say. I have to stay in my lane. In my opening round with you, sir, I opined what a literal interpretation would be, what I believe most Canadians would take from that text exchange. I will give you a little bit of latitude, sir, to explain yourself. Specifically, I like an explanation as what you want to say versus what you can say. What did you mean by that, sir, in your text exchange with Mr. McDonald?
Thank you for the question. I don't remember that text exchange again, and I wonder why Mr. McDonald would still have that text with him after leaving the agency. So, having said that,
if I could stop, with respect, the issue is not whether you recall it. The issue is why you would ask why Mr. McDonald would retain it. That wasn't the question. These are your text messages. It is a snapshot in time. One would have thought these are pressing issues that would still be germane on your mind. I appreciate you have health issues, but clearly you have a lawyer, so you prepared for this meeting. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct Canadians if they're wrong. The interpretation is you cannot be honest with this committee because you're being held back from telling us the truth. So let me help you. Who was directing you not to give committee the full truth and nothing but the truth? You being the vice president at the time, would it have been Mr. Osowski or Ms. O'Gorman?
Nobody was directing me to not be truthful. And in terms of saying what I want to say, sometimes, and as I want to do here, I stick to the facts. I don't conjecture. I don't give opinion. I'm not here to give opinions. So the question there, and these are alleged texts, I must say. I don't have these texts. These are alleged from the same individual.
Let me stop you right there. Don't go there. Don't suggest for 1 minute these are fabricated text messages. By doing so, sir, you are now impugning the integrity and the character of the source of this information. If you got an issue with this, my suggestion is you go back to your phone and you scroll back to your communications with Mr. McDonald, or furthermore, if that is gone, talk to your service provider, because service providers retain up to 10 years worth of text messages. So with respect, don't go there. Don't use the word alleged. These are your words, and I've given you the opportunity to explain yourself. I'll ask one further time. Why did you say you could not give us the full goods?
I did not say I could not give you full goods. And with respect, Mr. Chair, the same individual has taken very strong liberties of impugning my reputation and going as far as saying I faked a heart attack. So my apologies if I do take offense to allegations, because there have been many allegations made against me.
Mr. Dewan, I'm moving on. You got counsel with you. You've indicated you're not under any investigation. You've indicated you're not under internal investigation. You're not under police investigation. Why do you have a lawyer with you?
I believe everybody is allowed counsel. I believe other witnesses that have appeared here have counsel as well. And given the harm that's already been done to my reputation, both here and on social media, I think it is wise for me.
Is the CBSA currently paying for your legal fees?
Yes, they are.
How much have you submitted so far?
I'm not done, so I've not submitted anything.
You've submitted no bills?
I've submitted bills for previous attendance, but not
Yes.
for this one.
And how much has your legal counsel billed for his or her services in assisting you? Just the number, please.
The last one was $5,000.
$5,000
Approximately. I can get the
Okay.
specific number and invoice.
for a 2-hour appearance, okay? And what about the first invoice?
It would be approximately less than 5,000. I can get that invoice as well.
Maybe 4,000? Will you provide both?
That was-
Will you provide both invoices to committee?
I certainly can.
Will you
but
provide
whatever.
the current invoice to committee as well? That what he or she is charging you for today's appearance?
I can provide that
It
information.
is our time. Mr. Jouari, please.
Smash the like and give us a subscription. We love making these videos. They're wild. Let's get back to the show.
And for Mr. Brock for 5. Go ahead, sir.
Thanks, Chair. Some loose ends, Mr. Dewen. The issue regarding your legal fees, has that been paid by CBSA?
Yes, it has.
I didn't hear that. Thank you. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. Now, earlier today, sir, you referenced some affidavits, and I think you were referencing affidavits pertaining to both Cameron McDonald and Antonio Utano. Is that correct?
Oui, c'est correct.
Yes.
You specifically raised those affidavits because you claim, at least your evidence today was, that there was evidence in those affidavits to suggest that it wasn't you who selected GC Strategies, but rather either Mr. McDonald or Mr. Utano. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did.
Do you have those affidavits before you, sir, in that room?
I have excerpts of it. I obtained it through my legal counsel.
Okay, on the record, can you specifically identify what paragraph that relates to any evidence to suggest that it was Mr. McDonald or Mr. Utano who selected GC Strategies? Just the paragraph, please.
Paragraph 12 from Mr. Utano's affidavit. I was involved in exploring options to be presented.
I don't need you to read it out,
sir.
sir. I don't need you to read it out. Just paragraph 12 for Mr. Utano. Is that correct?
Paragraph 15 from Mr. Utano speaks
Paragraph
to Deloitte.
15. Okay. Is there any other paragraph that speaks to that?
As well as paragraph 14 and 15 from Mr. McDonald's affidavit.
Okay. And I'm going to be asking you, sir, to forward the full affidavits to this committee, and we'll specify what sort of time frame. You have no problem doing that?
Nope.
Okay. Moving on to the allegations regarding deleted emails. I understand that the complaint from a whistleblower, the IT whistleblower, submitted that complaint to Michael Lafleur, the CBSA's Executive Director of Professional Integrity. Is that your understanding, sir?
That's what I read in the Globe and Mail.
And that was sent in December of 2023. Has Mr.
my
Lafleur
recollection of there.
Has Mr. Lafleur spoken to you?
Yes, he has.
Okay. In relation to that complaint?
Yes, he has.
Have you received a copy of that complaint?
I have not.
Have you requested a copy of that complaint and it has not been received?
I have not requested a copy
And why not?
because I know the allegations are false.
That makes zero sense. You're under investigation. A complaint is levied against you with very serious, damning facts that you willfully, intentionally deleted relevant emails in relation to the selection of GC Strategies. And your evidence is, I know it to be false, but I didn't even bother to ask for the misconduct report. That is incapable of belief, sir.
I would refer you to the CBSA then.
Sorry?
I would refer you to the CBSA and I'll make the request for it.
That is mind-boggling, sir. That truly is. Do you understand the content of the allegations, sir? Let me help you with that.
I would like to
Because this
remind the
came out-
chair that I would
Sir,
like to remind
sir,
the
it's my
chair that
time. Sir, it is my time. The complaint says as follows, that you approached this IT employee directly without going around proper protocol for requesting technical support. You said that some files were lost when you attempted to move files between your laptop and the network drive in preparation for a new computer. What Mr. Dewan was telling me or saying made no sense. I've never heard of a VP or an individual who receives VIP treatment in regards to IT-related tasks taking it upon themselves to move files or organize information in the way he suggested. The complainant said Mr. Dewan said he was acting on the advice of CBSA's IT team, but this employee expressed skepticism. Who on the team gave you that advice? Identify names, please.
I can find the name.
Is it one name or is it several names?
The initial person I identified that my battery would have be giving up soon or would have an issue, I could identify that name. And perhaps one of the reasons I didn't ask for anything is I've been on medical leave for the past 6 months, and on a doctor's advice, I'm supposed to avoid stress would be probably a reason why I've not wanted to engage any further on an investigation about myself.
But you'll supply the committee with a name?
I will supply the committee
Or
with the
names? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ms. Hatwin, please.
Everyone has an opinion about Canadian federal politics.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, my name's Aaron. This is Canadian Looney Canada, and I'm going insane watching what's happening to our country. Like and subscribe, share, comment, get notified. We do live shows. Check out some of the shorts, all those fun things. But make sure to like and subscribe and get notified. Please leave a comment. I love to comment. I react to all of them. Aaron, Canadian Looney, that's it. We'll catch you next video. MP Larry Brock grills a hostile witness during committee investigations. Check this out.